Well, we have had several guests on Kitco News, Ron, that are warning about inflation, that are warning about dollar debasement. Many are advocating to move to gold, silver, and many, such as yourself, are advocating to move to Bitcoin and Ethereum. And I want to get your outlook on Ethereum because, as we just discussed, Canada is approving Ethereum ETFs, and it does seem to be growing and growing and growing in mainstream acceptability and popularity. So what's your outlook on Ethereum?
So I think to compare Bitcoin and Ethereum is a very bad thing. And I'll tell you why. That's like comparing gold to Amazon. Like, why would you ever compare gold to Amazon? The only thing is that they're both cryptocurrencies and they both use a blockchain, but they're two completely different things. Bitcoin is a store of value. It's a value transfer between me and you. And that's what Bitcoin does, and it does it really well. Ethereum, however, is a world supercomputer that is decentralized. So lots of computation, lots of anything that you need to be stored on a supercomputer that in a decentralized way, that is Ethereum. Do I think Ethereum will work? Absolutely. I think Ethereum at these prices, I'm looking at it now on my screen, it's $2,100. Absolutely, absolutely, I think Ethereum will work. But Ethereum is more risky than Bitcoin. Bitcoin already works and already serves its purpose and does this very, very well. It's a great store of value. You can transfer it around the globe in seconds for very low fees. Ethereum, however, can't maintain the system network. So in other words, it's so amazing, and the technology can't handle the adoption that it's having. And so the transaction fees are very high and the throughput on the system is very low. And they're fixing it in a network upgrade called Ethereum 2.0. But this upgrade is like changing the engines of a plane that's already in flying. And so they've got to change the parts very, very slowly without disturbing the plane that's flying. So there is a risk associated with Ethereum, and that's why possibly right now it's trading rather cheap when you compare it to Bitcoin. Ultimately, whether you're buying Bitcoin or buying Ethereum, you're actually buying networks. Right. One is a store of value network and one is a computing network. And we know that the most money that's ever been made by investors has been made in investing in networks, whether it's social media networks or Amazon type networks or Google type networks. So you're investing in a network, and these have both got network effects. If you compare where the Ethereum network is versus the Bitcoin network, and you say on a like-for-like basis, what should Ethereum be trading at? You get a valuation, according to Metcalfe's law, of Ethereum at about $6,600. And Ethereum is trading at $2,100. So Ethereum is very, very, very underpriced or undervalued at the moment, but there is slightly more risk with it because, like I said, it is performing a network upgrade to an existing network, and we're waiting for the outcome.
I want to touch very quickly on that point where you compared the networks to social networks, because, Ron, there was a time where MySpace was the social network, and now nobody even knows what it is. So are there any altcoins, cryptocurrencies that are doing very well right now, that are very popular right now, but that you think are not going to survive in the long haul?
So let's define what network effect is for your viewers. So network effect is when every additional user on the network adds value to the network in an exponential way. What does that mean? It means that if me and you are using Facebook and the third person joins Facebook, that network becomes much more valuable because there's more photos to look at, there's more status updates, there are more videos to look at. And if a fourth person joins Facebook, then that person adds value to all of us because now there are four of us that are posting statuses. That's a network. When something has the network effect, it's a rule and it's a law that it cannot be broken. There are only three things that could break it. One is government. So government intervention. If you look at Facebook, if you look at Google, if you look at all these tech giants or tech networks that have the network effect, they can't be stopped. And that's why governments are considering putting some limitations on them. So one thing is to stop network effects is government intervention. The second one is technological failure. So if the technology fails, if Bitcoin's technology fails or Facebook's technology fails, then that network can fail. And the last one is a competitor that is 10x better. So usually consumers won't swap from one network to another. But if a product comes out that is 10 times better, then they may consider swapping. Now, I could argue that when Facebook came out, it was 10 times better than MySpace. And that's why people made the jump. I could also argue that maybe MySpace never quite got that network effect or the momentum. But we do know that when things get the network effect, they can't be stopped. Now, let's bring it back to crypto. Bitcoin has the network effect. It can't be stopped unless government intervention, 10x better technology, which is not coming anytime soon, or technological failure. And it's been proven to stand technological attacks. Ethereum has the network effect and cannot be stopped. But then you go down the top 10 cryptocurrencies. There's a coin called Binance Coin. That's the number 3 coin. That has amazing network effects, probably can't be stopped. But from that point on, all the rest are speculative and haven't really got the network effect. Some of them are getting the network effect, but they haven't got that unbreakable network effect that Bitcoin and Ethereum have got. So Bitcoin, Ethereum, very low risk bets, and exactly in that order. Binance Coin, great bet, slightly more risky. When you move below that, you're playing speculative assets, and what you're betting on is you're betting that they will too get the network effect and get this user adoption and this momentum and this snowball that's growing. That's what you're taking a bet on. So forget about the technology. All you're betting on is whether these things can get the network effect of people building on them and people using them, and therefore venture capitalists investing more into these networks.
All right, so let's, before we wrap up, talk about one coin that seems to be getting the network effect, that seems to be surging in popularity lately, finding speculative investors, although arguably potentially lacking intrinsic value, and that's Dogecoin.
Dogecoin. I knew you were going to do this to me. Okay, so let's talk about Dogecoin. Dogecoin is at best a meme coin. It is a useless piece of technology, which is not very secure. It was designed as a joke. It was designed as a meme. It was designed as they called it a small change coin, which was meant for me to tip you, et cetera, et cetera. So it was designed as a meme, and it was designed badly on purpose. It's an inflationary coin, which means they print more coins, a lot more coins as time goes by, like the US dollar, which is, by the way, also a meme coin. So the question is, can Dogecoin actually work? Bad technology, but all of a sudden huge adoption. Because the TikTokers, this whole generation TikTok, has seen this as almost like their freedom coin. They see this as their kind of money. And they're starting to pump the coin. And in fact, if I look at the coin now, the coin has a market cap of just under $50 billion.
Right.
And the market cap has gone up 400% in the last 7 days. So what happens next? One of two things. One, it crashes. All these TikTokers get wiped out. And it's just another one of these pump and dump schemes, which Dogecoin has done several times since 2017. It goes up and then it somehow goes down. Or two, the TikTok generation actually starts to adopt this as their currency. So imagine all of a sudden if all these stores that wanted to appeal to this revolutionary TikTok type investor started to accept Dogecoin. And Mark Cuban's doing that with his Dallas Mavericks. He's saying, you can pay in Dogecoin. If a couple of other people, vendors, start to do this, then hey, we may have a small change currency called Dogecoin, which the TikTokers use amongst themselves. And if that happens, well, you can't stop them. For me, I'm not touching it. Why? Because there are so many other brilliant opportunities in crypto.
Right.
With such great upside, with very solid technology, that I'd rather be putting my money behind good technology than putting my money behind speculative adoption of something that fundamentally I can't justify.
And you are putting your money behind Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Binance as your top three?
Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance, Cardano, Polkadot, Luno, Arweave. Those are my coins.
We are going to have to get into the last ones you mentioned another time. But for now, Ron, thank you so much for joining us on Kitco.
Thank you so much. It was so good to see you.
All right. And thank you for watching Kitco News. I'm Michelle Makori. Keep it right here for more.